Booyah, what's going on, viewers and listeners? David McCaig Jr. here, president of 91N, formerly known as TGEM. You also know me through my sports podcast, The Game. Thank you for tuning in for the special announcement upload. And look, to be honest, I'm not a script guy. If you listen to the podcast, there is no script. It's pure knowledge and, of course, passion that we speak on the show. But with this particular special announcement upload, due to the importance, you may notice I will have to look at a script from time to time. Heck, you may have just noticed it at the beginning there, but nonetheless, just so you are aware, right off the hop. And I'm going to get right into it with you. This will be an announcement upload, and there is an update upload attached to this. There's two pieces of information, so make sure you stick along for the entirety of the show to make sure you get all caught up with the news that I and we as a family want to share with you. Now, getting right into the announcement portion, as I said at the beginning, 91N. Okay, this stands for 91 Network. This will be the new name of the platform that you're likely tuning in of this upload on, but overall, the new name taken over for the formerly known The Game Entertainment and Media, TGEM. So again, 91 Network, 91N is what it'll be known for. It'll be taking over for the name of the Game Entertainment and Media known as TGEM, which, as I said just a few moments ago, may be where you're viewing this video on, formerly the TGEM Network YouTube channel. It will now be the 91N YouTube channel, along with everything else that was the Game Entertainment Media or TGEM will now be known as 91N, 91 Network. Now, this is certainly the worst kept secret, I would say, and it's not really breaking news since you have certainly been tuning into all of the uploads from either the Game Sports podcast or even the Average Jocks podcast or Bitter Rivals podcast or anything throughout the previously TGEM Network YouTube channel, which again now is 91N. But this announcement clip will be marked as the official announcement upload, and it'll be able to give you some more details on 91N and the background of 91N. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, in 2020, a business name was created, the Game Entertainment and Media, TGEM, which has started as a YouTube podcast platform. And in 2022, the platform officially launched on YouTube per se. As we say, we launched because that's when we started doing official uploads with the game as well as Bitter Rivals podcast. And today, this is still in place with a total of 5 shows on the 91N platform, formerly known as TGEM. The Game Sports podcast, Average Jocks podcast, Bitter Rivals podcast, Strong Minds podcast, and the Packsack Project podcast. Now, today, TGEM, which is now officially known as 91N, and I've said that many times, just making sure I get that through to everybody. The business plan, which I will elaborate on a bit further in this clip, will remain in place. What is changing is simply the name, again, 91N. The logo is changing, the design on our YouTube channel, and what we'll be known for going forward on all platforms as we continue to expand. At the end of this video, the new 91N logo will be shared with you. Also, it may shock you to know that, yes, we've been in operation since 2020, with officially uploading on the channel since essentially the beginning of 2022, but don't be shocked, because we have done 0 marketing initiatives as we wanted to wait to make sure that our product was the best possible product before bringing it further into the community's eyes. And we wanted to work on the product, make sure that we mastered, per se, the direction of the business. And I'm glad that we did take this time to have that patience because, of course, we're having the name change. There's been additions and some growth, and we are going to be expanding, which I'll be getting into a bit further as this clip goes on. And now you will start to see the 91N logo in places, and there'll be a lot of things going on that you will see with 91 Network. Now, firstly, if you're doing a podcast, either locally in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, or even outside of the Sault, such as the Average Jocks podcast, are located in Southern Ontario. Even if you're out of country, and yes, I've connected with people in the United States and in Europe, and you want your podcast aired for free, you can join our community of podcasters on 91N. And if you are interested, you can send me an email, and that is to 91, the number 91, network SSM at gmail.com. I will be sure to have that email in the description so you can reach out if you're interested to have your podcast aired on the platform. As I mentioned, it is free, and we can discuss further details when you do reach out to me, and we will discuss what it will look like. Doesn't matter if you do sports, it doesn't matter, whatever category that you feature, we will have a category devoted in your own section of the channel just for you to be aired. Look, we want to build a community of podcasters on this platform, and we all have the same goal. Despite if you're a newcomer to podcasting or if you've been in the game for a long time, you want your product to be recognized and seen on all available networks. And it's a win-win for everybody. If you have been around for a while or not, if you do join the platform, especially if it is for free, because you help everybody who is on this community accomplish the same goal, to be recognized, gain views, get their name out there. But all in all, you get to have your product named and shown throughout different avenues for your viewers to reach you and also view your terrific product that you bring out to the eyes of social media or to anybody who is interested in perhaps the category that you want to be presenting to everybody and featuring. Now, if you're not doing a podcast right now and you're interested, you can reach out to yours truly as well and anyone here on 91N, and they can get you directed to me. Again, the email will be in the description below. You can connect with me, as we do have consulting services to help you get launched on a podcast. And if you are willing to, we can air your new podcast on our platform as well. But we are willing to help you get started, give you direction on which way you can go and how you can get started. Because look, anyone can maybe open up a computer and talk into it, but at times certain equipment is needed. Maybe you don't know the certain topic you want to get into. We can help you get into that. So if you are doing a podcast and you want to join the community, please reach out. If you are not interested, but you want to find out more, still reach out. I will talk to you and maybe we can collaborate in some which way. Or if you're interested in doing a collaboration, we are interested in that as well. But if you are interested in doing a podcast, we can help with you on that as well. Secondly, 91N will be expanding its business with not only remaining in the media and the podcasting, it'll be branching further into the entertainment side. Now, this is a very standard and beginning to this announcement. This is fresh, so there will be more news to come. But with now yours truly offering EMCEE services, okay? The EMCEE services will be available mainly in the Sioux region and in the potential outreach throughout the Algoma region. And for anyone outside of these regions, it'll be a little bit challenging given travel, but of course we can always talk because there are certain ways that we can discuss further to have that interest. But the EMCEE services will be in the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario region and potentially throughout the Algoma region. And what the EMCEE services are, well, let me get into you with that. Now, if you're having a wedding, a stag and doe, a fundraiser, a special event that requires someone to not only guide you through your night, your day, or your event, but give your audience a heck of a show doing it, well, look no further than yours truly, okay, with 91N. All right, there will be more details released about this before the end of the year. Prices will be affordable, and I can confidently guarantee my services as I have emceed many events and multiple high-profile events, such as a Brad Paisley concert and Dee Brody concert locally here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. And I would love to help make your special day or your special event or overall your gathering even more special than you imagined. And I think this will be a very, very needed service here in Sault Ste. Marie and also in the surrounding region, and also even for outside of here. And 91N and yours truly would love to help you see the perfection of your day and event with offering this EMCEE services to you. So if you're interested in that, you want to start getting some information in advance and start booking in advance, please email below. The email will be in there below, as I mentioned. That is 91networkssm@gmail.com, and we can get in contact to discuss those. But as I mentioned, more details such as prices will be released in the near future. Back to the name change, though. Why the name change? Well, I have 3 points for that. One, we've had many people approach us, okay, and particularly me, asking what is the difference between the game, which is the podcast, and the game entertainment and media. Well, there is truly a big difference. One piece of it is a show that is a sports show. The other piece is a business that is an entertainment platform, okay, which started as a YouTube platform airing podcasts, which is now expanding, of course, as I just mentioned, with the MC services, consulting services, and much, much more. We wanted to erase that confusion. Number two, and to be honest, the game entertainment and media is a mouthful. Look at that. I just had to take a little breath while staying in between there because of all the talking. TGEM, even as such, but given the true nature of the tale to you, this was being created by yours truly and the late Scott Neeson. We were coming up with the name. We were kind of going back and forth on what we can do. And the game entertainment media had a good sound off the tongue, and GEM. Now, before we officially launched the game entertainment media, GEM ended up being taken by a juggernaut company. And that juggernaut company, we all know who has the streamline of GEM. So while that was already released before we released, we had to add the T to make it TGEM, so there would be obviously no copyright issues. All right. But obviously, we did get some feedback about how that was close, and we wanted to erase those concerns as well. Overall, the game entertainment and media is a mouthful, and there is a little bit of concern about an existing platform, so we wanted to erase that and go with something a bit more clean. The third point is it's time for a clean start and a fresh new look. Okay. And I get asked why 91N, in particular with members of our family through the Game Sports Podcast, as well as the 91N family. Very simple. As the president of 91N, 1991, is my birth year and network, because this is a network that's going to be connecting those together. So my birth year network is why I went with that name, and I felt that it was clean, and it also is a clear indicator that it is something such as being a network. In summary, the game entertainment and media, TGEM, will be no more and will now be known as 91 Network, 91N. And we will continue to offer and provide our podcasting services, with also expanding our entertainment sector by offering MC services to your special event. And as I mentioned, which we have been doing already, we will continue to have those consulting services as well, with the platform area of your content consultant services being offered at the potential for free, especially the area in your content side. But now expanding on the MC side, there'll be more details with that coming, and we are very, very excited. Now, I want to get to the update section of this announcement upload briefly before I go back to closing about 91N. I want to make sure that I brought in both of this, because this section that I'm discussing about being the update section will be about the podcast, the game. This is a show that I co-founded and have been a part of since the beginning of 2016. That, again, is formerly known as the Game Sports Show. And the reason why I say formerly known is because there has been a name change with that. It will now be known as the Game Sports Podcast. And as you have likely seen on many recent uploads since September, that name has already been taken place on our social media. Our names have changed, our username has changed, as well as pictures have changed. So that likely, again, just like the 91N, this is probably the worst kept secret as well. But again, this is an official announcement upload that is well and long overdue. But we wanted to have a fresh new logo and a fresh new start. So it'll now be known as the Game Sports Podcast. And if you're wondering why this name change, very simple. The demand with podcasting with the game and no longer being on live radio, as we are not going down that direction any longer, and our interest remains into podcasting with myself and our family of 12 on the game. We felt the change to officially label podcast would present a more clearer identity. So furthermore, previously there was many shows with the game as well, and going forward we have come up with a schedule and a format that'll be easier for your enjoyment. So now we'll have podcast in our name, which gives us a clear identity, and we'll have a more set schedule for you, so you'll expect uploads on set days for the Game Sports Podcast. Now, the Game Sports Podcast will upload on Mondays and Wednesdays. Our known solo shows in the Pocket, Top Shelf, and Strike Zone will now be featured within the Game Sports Podcast uploads on those Monday and Wednesdays, and will no longer be solo shows. We will have those combined in with the Game Sports Podcast. And yes, the In the Pocket show, which is well known, that will invade the Wednesday content throughout the football season. And those of you who love hockey and our baseball content, you will hear it either way on the Monday, Wednesdays. Those segments will be tied in on the Monday, Wednesday uploads. Shows that are not changing. Full-time segment will not change. That is hosted by Gaetano Gallo and Daniel Scarpino, the soccer show for the Game Sports Podcast, or should I say football show if you're over in Europe, as well as the Game Sports Podcast Special Edition upload. Now, I know there may be a question about what's the difference between the Game Sports Podcast Monday and Wednesday show with this show. Very simple. Special Edition is a bonus upload show that is our interview show with our professional athletes. You can check out previous uploads with Marcel Dion, Pete Mahovlich, Theo Fleury, Zach Fucali, and the list goes on. That will be as separate uploads as well, and will be sporadic that you can check out on all of our platforms to make sure that you don't miss them. Now, as well, I will add furthermore, TGSP, which will be the abbreviation for it, will have gear that will be available in the new year. Yes, that rhymes. Now, this is all that I will share about the show in particular, and that was obviously a lot, as the main core of this upload is the exciting announcement of 91N and our expansion. And if you're looking for more information about the Game Sports Podcast, you can comment on one of our uploads here on the new 91N YouTube channel, or wherever you get your podcast. If it's audio, you can comment on there as well. You can also, if you know me directly, you can reach out to me. The Game Sports Show ssm@gmail.com will be the active email for a little bit longer, but by January 2024, that will be changed to the Game Sports Podcast @gmail.com. That link will be shared when that is changed in future the Game Sports Podcast uploads. Now, folks, this is an exciting time. All right. As I mentioned earlier in this upload, there has been zero marketing initiatives about the Game Entertainment Media and TGEM prior. So I feel that there wasn't too much of an opportunity to have many community eyes views in terms of this name change or help develop this name. However, this is a very exciting time, because 91N is here, and it's a product that we've been working on for a few years now, and we have come up and cemented our business plan, and we have come up with a schedule for particular shows involving the platform, but as well as our services that we can offer you. And I will say, pretty soon, spoiler alert, I will call it, just like with TGSP, 91N gear will be near as well. I had to do another rhyme, of course. I can't go out of a show without doing multiple rhymes. Don't forget, if you have a podcast, please do connect with us. We would love to collaborate with you. We'd love to work with you. We'd love to have you join our family. We'd love to help you grow your podcast. We'd love to have you help us grow the platform and the shows involved in the show. Nonetheless, we would love to all be together and be able to have our platform be an avenue to air your content. And don't forget, if you want to start a podcast, don't look further. Just reach out to me. I will give you the guidance that you need. I would love to get you started. And of course, if we can feature you on the platform, that would be terrific as well. And if you need an MC to help your event go smoothly and for your guests to truly have a good time, or just to have a good guide through your night, despite on whatever the event may be, I am the one that would love to be able to see that vision for you and to have and be a part of that event for you with our MC services. As well, there will be a website that will be returning in the near future. Previously, there was a Game Sports Show website that has been deactivated, as many people may know. There will be a 91N website, which will be a direct link that will be able to send you to our YouTube channel, but also discuss our platforms on the channels, as well as our services that will be coming in the new year as well. So make sure you also check out social media, because there will be 91N social media coming as well in connection to current media that we have in place. But we will keep you updated on that. In summary, TGEM changing to 91N, new logo, same business plan. However, the business plan is now expanding, as I mentioned. And yes, I did bring up a piece about the Game Sports podcast with that name change and some information on that with the new schedule changes. I hope this upload, the announcement upload, and the update section of this upload has cleared up a lot of questions and some uncertainty about what the platform is, or if you're wondering why there's been a lot of sporadic uploads about the show. It's been quite the busy time for yours truly and everyone, not only on the game, but on the platform. We have finally got that back together in terms of what schedule we are going to do, and we are very excited for what's to come for the rest of this year, but especially going into 2024. So make sure you keep an eye on 91N, because you don't want to miss what's coming, and you don't want to miss being a part of it if you want to be a part of it. If it's with the podcasting, if it's with your podcast, or if it's even just having 91N yours truly be part of your MC and being a part of your event as the MC, we would love to make an impact on your day in the positive way. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit follow, like, and subscribe. And trust me, you'll be seeing me, the family of 91N, the game, all of us, but especially yours truly, will be seeing and hearing me soon. Alex, show them that new logo. Booyah.